following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Up. A shelter needs your help to keep their animals comfortable. Find out how you can assist later in the show.
Yesterday was a sunny and windy day in west central Illinois. Storm Team 3's meteorologist Molly Nason will tell you if your spring weather is around the corner.
And Macomb residents have been anticipating the opening of McAllister's Deli. We have an update on when you can go grab a sandwich later in the show.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Good morning, Macomb. Today is March 9th, and I'm Nick Garrick.
And I'm Devin Brooks. If you love pizza and sneakers, this story is for you.
Pizza Hut recently came up with the idea they call the Pie Tops 2, which allows people to order pizza by pressing a button on their shoes. These shoes also come with a button to pause the live television when ordering the pizza.
Companies including DirecTV, Spectrum, Fios, Xfinity, and Dish will support the shoes. Pizza Hut hasn't announced the price for the shoes yet. The sneakers will come in 2 colors, and they are set to launch this week, or the week of March 19th.
What do you think of those?
I know, we're going to be pressing buttons for everything
Isn't
here
that
soon.
crazy? Yeah, you just sit on your couch and do it? That's crazy.
I know.
Anyway, the Knox County Humane Society is in need of donations in chairs and recliners to provide a more comfortable living space for their dogs.
Yeah, take a look at this adorable video. The dogs at the shelter are really enjoying their Orem chairs. The Humane Society is a no-kill animal shelter. This means they have to provide a living space and other needs for the animals. These donations could help make the shelter's job easier and help improve living conditions for the animals. Well, people with qualifying conditions have access to medical marijuana in Illinois. However, this program is still in its infancy. News 3's Sonia Lynn Nelson tells us how people can benefit from the program.
The Compassionate Use of Medical Cannabis Pilot Program Act has been in effect in Illinois since 2013. However, this program is slowly growing. Seminars like this one, put on by Medical Cannabis Outreach in Macomb this past weekend, seek to inform about the use of medical marijuana and assist community members through the difficult process of joining the program. They hope to dispel any worries about using cannabis by informing people about its medical benefits.
Stasis, I mean, it's so important. If you get good rest, good nutrition, you have an appetite, it is an anti-inflammatory, it's a bronchodilator, it's antiemetic. There's so many things that it can help and improve that quality of life.
The outreach has been very effective in helping people in our area get through the legal hurdles of joining the program.
I was told that if you extrapolate what Medical Cannabis Outreach has done in District 14, if you was extrapolate that throughout the whole state of Illinois, we would have over 300,000 patients on the program.
They are definitely doing their fair share to help. The Illinois Department of Public Health has approved applications for approximately 29,900 patients. And those numbers are only growing.
Cannabis is safe. Cannabis is legal in the state of Illinois.
Now that's medical cannabis. Recreational cannabis will be on the ballot this coming fall. For News 3, I'm Sonia Lynn Nelson.
There are upcoming seminars in Champaign, Pekin, and Galesburg. Visit medicalcannabisoutreach.com for dates and information.
The new McAllister's Deli on the east side of town is set to open in a little more than a week. City officials say the deli will open on March 19th. Construction was built by local contract firm Lavadier Construction Incorporated. McAllister's Deli is famous for their soup, sandwich spuds, their potatoes, and their signature teas.
Macomb is the 18th location for McAllister's Deli in the state of Illinois. There are 400 locations nationwide for this popular food chain restaurant.
All right, well, listen to this story. M&M's are rolling out 3 new flavors, but here's the catch. Fans are the ones who get to choose which ones stay. Flavors include Crunchy Espresso, Crunchy Mint, and Crunchy Raspberry. And we want you to go on our Facebook page and vote for which one you think should stay.
Well, so far we have 61 people that have voted, and Mint is in the lead, or Crunchy Mint, I should say.
You know, I really like the raspberry. I just think it has more flavor.
But I think the crunchy is what throws me off. I don't know if they should call it crunchy exactly, you know.
It'll be interesting. Even the espresso one. Does
I know,
that make you kind of get more steam or something?
Yeah, exactly, a little energy. Yeah, well, that's interesting. The Macomb Park District is holding a fundraiser to help pay for lighting for the youth baseball fields at Veterans Park. They'll be raising funds for an adult Disney trivia night.
All proceeds from the event will go towards the lights. There will also be a cash bar with signature Disney-themed drinks, and they will be raffling off multiple baskets. Admission is $10 per person, and snacks will be provided.
The event will take place tonight at the Lakewood Lodge in Macomb. Doors will open at 6:30, and the trivia will start around 7. You can register on the Macomb Park District's website.
This weekend is the 37th annual Fossil Show at WIU. This year's theme is the wonderful world of agates. Several cases will display agates from around the world. Each child that enters the show will receive 2 tickets, one for a free turn to dig for a fossil and the other ticket for a spin and win game.
Other tickets can be purchased for $1 each. There will be 10 different vendors selling different types of rocks and fossils. Admission is free to the event.
The University Union Board at WIU is preparing to host its annual Best Week Ever.
The theme for this year's event will be Nacho Average Weekend. This will start on Monday, March 19th, and go through Friday the 23rd, the week after WIU students return from spring break.
The events will be free of charge, and free nachos will be served at each event. Those who attend the events will be entered into a drawing for a prize. You can find times and locations on their social media. I love me some nachos.
I know, I love some nachos and the Mexican hat dance.
I have to make sure I get there.
I know, so be sure to stop by. A WIU broadcasting and journalism professor, Yong Tang, has created a website for international students. This site contains information in text, still images, photo galleries, audio slideshows, and video footage for Chinese-speaking students.
He plans to translate the university's website into Chinese for future students as well. Faculty, staff, and Chinese Students and Scholars Association contributed to the content that was needed to launch the site.
That's pretty good. That's awesome.
I know.
Go WIU, right? Spring break starts today for WIU students. Without classes, what can you do to fill the extra time? How about celebrating some of these less-known national holidays?
Yeah, listen to this. Yeah. Tomorrow's National Mario Day. Mario fans can celebrate this holiday by throwing a Super Mario themed party, dressing up as the iconic plumber, or simply playing the game. And Sunday is National Oatmeal Nut Waffle Day. Celebrate by trying out different toppings.
And that's not just it. Monday is National Napping Day. Celebrate by spending the day wrapped up in your favorite blanket and hitting the snooze button. Tuesday is National Jewel Day, so trade jewelry with your friends or go out and buy a necklace that you've always wanted. Lastly, Wednesday is a National Pie Day. Although it is a reference to the mathematical constant, you can still celebrate by having a pie baking contest.
That's not it. On Thursday is Everything You Think Is Wrong Day. But don't worry, you can redeem yourself on Friday by celebrating Everything You Do Is Right Day. The way to celebrate this day is by doing whatever makes you happy. Wow, that waffle day sounds good right now this time of morning.
I know, it's early enough. I could still use some practice. I think that sounds pretty good.
I know, that's pretty cool.
Well, coming up on Good Morning Macomb,
I talk with a biology professor on the growing DNA testing company 23andMe. He will tell us his results he received and explain more about it right after this. Stay with us.
I think just working with everybody in the newsroom, everybody has such a great camaraderie. All the opportunities that I've been given here have just been amazing to expand on that resume. I try not to beat myself up on the mistakes I make because there's so many opportunities. Just giving that experience, and this is how I got to do things in the real world, is really what the broadcasting and journalism department has done for me. When you have a really good show and that everybody nailed it, I mean, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you! She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand!
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 describe children's struggles with hunger in America, support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I want to be able to stand in front of a camera and tell people the story of what the weather's going to be like that day, or be able to tell people, hey, there's something coming your way, you need to take cover, you need to watch out. And being able to stand in front of a camera and tell not only people who are directly involved but their family members as well, like, this is what's going on. It's been very important to me because, you know, being in those situations where you are relying on the news to tell you what's going on, I like to be a part of that and helping people with that.
Now from Macomb in high definition. Good Morning Macomb continues.
And welcome back. I've been covering the past several weeks 23andMe. It's a DNA testing company that's becoming more popular to test for diseases and ancestry. And here now to talk more about this is Dr. Richard Musser, and he is the biology department chair. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
All right, so in a nutshell, tell us, what is 23andMe?
Well, it's a direct-to-consumer product where you provide saliva, and then they do genetic testing on that allows you to get an idea of your ancestry and health conditions, and a variety of different tools that you continuously work with the company to help.
And you've used 23andMe yourself. What kind of results did you find out?
The most fascinating or fun thing for me was I found out I had about 4% Neanderthal ancestry. And actually, this represents about 90, so I have more Neanderthal ancestry than like 93% of the population. So I thought that was kind of cool and fun.
And one of the things you stressed when you spoke to me is that this is an educational tool. Mm-hmm. It's just a probability if you get a disease result.
Right. So one of the things I've noticed was it's not 100%, and people need to probably, if they see something that's interesting, talk to their medical advisor because they might not have that background. But like, for instance, it says I should have straight hair, and it's clear that I have some curly hair. But it still had a lot of interesting results that are clear, like I have detached earlobes and things like that. So it's a probability that you should talk to your medical professional about.
And another impressive thing about 23andMe, they give regular updates and on your results, and then you can also connect with people. You can interact with them online.
Yeah, so I found out that I have some second cousins that I didn't know about. And then I had a chance to email them, and I found out that we do have ancestors, that they knew that my great-grandfather was Charles Hanford, for instance, and that was one of their grandfathers. So it was a neat way to find out who my relatives were that I didn't know otherwise.
And some people might actually like that this study actually looks into weight loss as well. That's a study that you're looking into.
So because of, as a New Year's resolution, they sent out asking if you're interested. So I've been following kind of a diet plan that I wanted to do, and giving them feedback as well as my fitness. And then they've been sending me information like, making sure you get your sleep and things like that. So it's kind of feedback and forth between the two. And I've actually lost 5 pounds since I started.
One thing that I covered was if someone has a disease, they probably need to seek help or go and find a professional if they're looking at those results.
Right, it's like a lot of things. You can get a lot of information on the internet when you have an earache, and then you might think you have a tumor or something like that. It's important that you talk to a medical professional because it's easy to maybe misconstrue information and not understand what you really have. So it's good to talk to a professional.
Yeah, and it looks like it's steady evolving and developing. I read something yesterday, an article that said it's now going to look into breast cancer.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that one is one that you definitely want to talk to a medical professional. Like the BRCA gene does give you a high probability of breast cancer, but again, the implications of that is important to talk to a medical professional. But genetic testing is improving all the time.
Wow. And then tell me, if someone is still unsure if they may buy this, who knows, it may be the cost, or it may be because they just don't want to know too much more about their health side, but just maybe their ancestry. What would you recommend?
Well, I mean, I'm a type of guy that really likes to learn and have a lot of curiosity and just want to know the truth. So if you're that type of personality, I would recommend going for it. Obviously, it's a luxury tool at this point and still in its infancy, but I think it's going to become far more important in the future, where it probably becomes more of a required tool for medical professionals and so forth.
Right, and you and your wife use this, and
yes.
You're thinking about letting your kids try it eventually, right?
Yep, I think it would be fun to see how our kids' ancestries vary based on our union, I guess you could say. So.
Right. Well, I thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And we also want to put the prices up for you to know that for the health kit, it is $99, or actually for the Ancestry kit, it's $99, and for the Ancestry with Health kit, that is $199. So thank you again for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, coming up after the break, News 3's Molly Naslin will have a look at our weekend forecast. You're watching Good Morning Macomb.
I was born in St. Charles, Missouri, and grew up with my mom and dad and my younger sister. Funniest or most terrifying? I used to get in trouble for laughing on air, and one day we had someone kind of come in and straighten me out a little bit, if that makes sense, and everybody got a pretty good kick out of that one. My favorite thing about News 3 is probably how close we can get in a learning environment to the real world, not only from great things like this studio to the production room and even our writing lab. It's almost like what the professionals use.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be tornado next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Create your success at Western Illinois University. Automatic scholarships and affordable education and more are all yours at Western Illinois University. Apply today at wiu.edu.
Good morning, Macomb. Welcome back. We're seeing our temperatures sitting a little bit below freezing right now at 29 degrees, but partly cloudy skies, so that sun's going to be peeking through every once in a while today, helping things warm up just a little bit. Our dew point's at 21 degrees with our humidity set at 71%, and there's a gentle breeze out of the east at 6 miles per hour. Looking at our Midwest weather tracker, you can see we have a little bit of cloud cover over our area, and it's just going to keep feeding some clouds, but there are going to be breaks in between those clouds to let through some sunlight and some blue sky to kick off your spring break weekend. Looking at the almanac, we're sitting below average again for our temperatures with 47 and 27 for our highs and lows. We've been fairly warm before. Actually, back in 2000, we got up to 78 degrees, and I think I can remember that one. Looking at our surface map right now, here's that low pressure system here that's kind of pushing some of those clouds into our area. But look right up here, there's a high pressure system, and that is helping keep our skies a little bit nicer, not so much dark clouds, but just thin, wispy white ones. That way that blue sky can break through. Looking at our current temperatures, since it is the morning, the entire United States is looking fairly cold right now. Again, here we are right in this blue band right here with our temperatures in the 20s right now, but we're going to be getting up into the 30s as the day continues. Today, actually, we're going to be looking at 42 for our high here in Macomb, 44 over in Keokuk, and 48 in Quincy. Tonight, Macomb, you're going to see 26 degrees for your low. Beardstown, you're going to see 28. And Burlington, you'll be sitting right around 27 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to get a little bit warmer again with 48 here in Macomb, 51 in Beardstown and Quincy. You're going to get all the way up to 54 tomorrow to kick off that spring break weekend in the area. Tomorrow night, 31 degrees here in Macomb, 33 in Beardstown, and 33 as well in Springfield. So we're going to get just a little bit chillier tomorrow night, but right around the freezing mark, if just a little bit below. Tonight, a low of 26 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Winds are going to be out of the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour, so not too gusty out, not too windy, which will feel really nice if you are driving home or anything like that. Tomorrow, we're going to get up to 48 degrees, mostly cloudy, so that sun's going to be peeking through the clouds every once in a while. Winds are going to be out of the east, southeast at 10 miles per hour, so that's going to bring in a little bit of moisture. And then for your 5-day forecast, kicking off your spring break, tomorrow again we're going to see 48 for a high. Sunday we have a chance for rain in the area with 43 for a high. Monday and Tuesday we're going to see partly cloudy skies again with 42 on Monday and 38 on Tuesday. But then on Wednesday, that sun's finally going to peek its head out from around the corner with a high of 42 degrees.
And yesterday we learned on our show that when we spring forward on Sunday, we actually lose an hour of sleep.
We do lose an hour of sleep, but that's why it's on a weekend. We can kind of lays around for the entire day and deal with that time change.
And it stays lighter later.
Get a little.
It does.
Later sunshine.
Which I love that because I'm active, so I like that.
We all love it.
Exactly, yeah.
Just not enough sleep.
And also, this might help too. What do farmers, cars, and music all have in common? Our special guest will tell us what this is all about after the break.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
I learned broadcasting for 3 years in high school, so towards my senior year, I was pretty much invested in wanting to pursue a career. And I do enjoy it now, but I'm searching for a way to make sure that it's something that I want to pursue after college. That way, I'll be able to wake up every day and say, this is something I want to do, this is something that I love, this is something that I can teach, I can spread, I can affect people with.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back. Day by day, summer is getting closer. This also means that all the fun events around Macomb are as well. Joining me this morning is Kristen Terry. She is the Downtown Development Director of Macomb, and she's here to tell us more about some of the events she has been working on. Kristen, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And first, I'd like to say congratulations to Citizens Bank, Pumo Insurance Agency, and Gumbarts, because the three companies have won the Historic Downtown Legacy Business Enterprise Award. So
absolutely. So we do want to thank these people that have been a very long-standing business in the downtown. Citizens has been there for 129 years. Gumbarts for 123. The current owner, Doug Anderson, he took it over, and he's been there for about 40, but always kept Gumbarts.
Wow. Yeah.
And then Pumo Insurance has been in the downtown for 65 years, starting with the grandfather, James Riley Pumo, and then the dad, James Pumo, and now it's Chris Pumo.
And no kidding, so it's like a three-generation.
It's a three-generation, and hopefully, I was telling Chris, he has a little boy, and I was like, maybe he'll be the fourth generation.
That'd be really cool. That'd be cool to see it keep going. Well, let's begin with the 2018 Farmers Market. I know this is kind of like a really sought-after topic. They're out there for a while. So what days are the planned event times when it starts and ends?
So Farmers Market will begin on Thursday, May 17th, and it goes until October 20th, every Thursday and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., and it will be in Chandler Park. It used to be on the downtown square, but we did move it to Chandler Park for a lot more reasons. More visibility too,
really?
For ones going onto the the bypass, I call it.
Yeah. So is that what proximate, like more Lafayette, kind of Carroll?
It will be, yep,
Or-
Lafayette
okay.
and Carroll will be where they set up in the grass, and it's better for the people that would like to come buy things because they can walk down the sidewalks.
Okay.
So they will be able just to walk down the sidewalks and shop.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, let's keep it the trend going with the farm. So how about Farm to Table? I heard this is a big event.
Yeah, so Lisa Ward, she's the owner of Magnolias, and actually my cousins that are farmers in McDonough County, we came up with it because we like to do the movement of farm to table. Everything that is made is from a farm, and it is delivered to the table. So it is homemade, homegrown beef, and then all the vegetables and things are donated from actually some of the vendors from the farmers market.
No kidding. Well, I've heard there's a lot of good food too. Like last year there was numerous amounts of food.
It is great.
pork,
Usually we do the steak, we do beef, so we do steaks, and then also there's a shrimp farm in Payson, Illinois.
Wow.
So we got homegrown shrimp, and then all the fresh vegetables,
That's
salad, and even the dessert is made from fruits from the farmers market.
That's really cool. And I heard it raised a lot of money for the Macomb High School FFA and
Correct.
local foster communities and things. That's awesome.
Correct. So this year we are planning on June 8th, and it will go to an FFA group as well
Awesome.
in McDonough County.
Yeah, that's great. Another big one now, it's the celebration of General Alexander Macomb. It's his birthday coming up again, and I heard he's pretty young, but he might be a little old too.
Yes.
So.
So the Western Illinois Museum, Sue Scott, in our downtown, we collaborate together, and it's at the Western Illinois Museum downtown. And we always celebrate our namesake of General Alexander Macomb from the War of 1812. He was a legacy in the war. So you will learn more about how Macomb became Macomb. And we just celebrate, and it's a bicentennial celebration as well. We are endorsed by the Illinois Bicentennial.
Awesome.
So we're very excited and hope that it's from 9 to 11 on April 7th, and we hope that anybody's welcome. There'll be a lot of hands-on activities, learn more about how Macomb became.
All right.
So join us.
Great. I wish we had more time, too, because we didn't even talk about the Downtown Summer Concert Series, Park and Cruise, and the Downtown Sculpture Exhibition with Duke Orsler, a WIU professor there. So maybe we'll have you on again soon. So anyway, thank you, Kristen, for coming in today. We covered only a few of many things to come up this year. But after the break, we'll take a look behind the scenes at what we do here at News 3. So stay tuned.
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well.
But candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
I started to think about doing broadcasting my freshman year. I started calling some football games for the freshman football team. My high school didn't really have a broadcasting program like some do, and so a lot of my stuff was just PA for different sports, for basketball, for volleyball. And my mom signed me up for a visit to come to Western on a Discover Western Day. And I walked through the doors of the rec center, and Buzz Hoon shook my hand, said, "Zach Stone, I've seen all your footage, I know who you are, and you belong here." And that's what really makes WIU feel like home.
Several WIU broadcasting students have been honored this year for their hard work. Several students traveled around to the nation's capital, and one student even to New York City to attend 2 yearly award ceremonies.
The Intercollegiate Broadcasting System awarded News 3 the Best Use of YouTube Award, and Best College TV Advisor Award went to our news director, Jasmine Crichton. And meanwhile, the National Broadcasting Society, you're looking at video right now from when we were there last week. And
National
this
Broadcasting
video
Society
here is from the
helps
On the
the
Spot
future of
competition.
broadcasting.
They made this video in like less than an hour, and they had to send it in that evening, and they were able to win the competition.
Yeah.
So that was
That's
that was
really cool.
awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
that was great, and great for the community and the school.
absolutely.
That's all for us today, but thank you for joining us this morning.
And remember, spring break is next week, so our next show will be Tuesday, March 20th. And with all of that, for News 3, have a good morning at home.